Hey, folks, welcome to episode 77 of the Mile 20 podcast, where epic shit happens. I am Laura Lee, and I am here with my bestie.
Lori.
Girl, you're a little delayed. Are you a little sleepy today?
Yeah. I was telling you just a few minutes ago that I got my second shingles vaccine is because I'm just an old fart that needs my shingles
Gotta
vaccine.
get my
And
shingle shot.
yeah, and I'm a little bit of a delay fish right now.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. But today we are going to interview a really dynamic woman that we met at the Myrtle Beach Marathon a couple of months ago. Her name is Marie Bartoletti, and I think you all are going to really enjoy this episode. Marie, we'll give a little bit more information about Marie and her background, but she basically is a runner in her late 60s who has done over 700, almost 800 marathons. And she's still going at, 60 plus years, young. And she had a stroke several years ago, and she has overcome that. So just be really, just fantastic having a conversation with her. I'm really looking forward to talking to her.
I know she's a very special person. And if you ever get to see her as a pacer out on a marathon course, she is truly a light. She just brings so much energy and everything about her demeanor is very light. And considering all the adversity that she has been through, she's just a phenomenal person. And yeah, I can't wait to interview her.
Yeah,
But
well, I remember really quickly when we met her at Myrtle Beach, and after we talked to her on the course, right, and like we were still running in the race, like we were talking about her for like a while afterward, and just how cool that was, and just all that jazz. So she definitely made a very permanent mark in our hearts, as we met her along the course. That's why we do this, right?
absolutely.
Because the great people that
Exactly.
we get to meet as well along the way. So it's about the
It,
journey.
it it goes back to everybody on that course has a story. Some of them are a lot more difficult than yours. And I just respect the hell out of people that really overcome adversity and are able to get out there and run marathons. I mean, it's
I
hard enough. It's hard enough as is, let alone when you have issues beyond just, normal things.
I totally
Anyhow.
agree. I totally agree. So you have been quite the busy bee. I mean, the last episode we talked to our listeners about our escapades in Nevada at the ET Full Moon Marathon, but then we got home on a Monday night, and what did you end up doing
Yeah,
afterward?
I had a little over a 24-hour layover at home, and I left first thing Wednesday morning out to go out to Montana.
You
Dave
had
had
just
a
enough
business.
time. I'm sorry, you had just enough time to wash your panties and get back on a plane.
Yep, pretty much. That was exactly. I did laundry, and yep, that's exactly what my Tuesday was like. And then I mean, we had to get up at like 3 a.m. I think
Oh,
we were on the plane taking off by 6 a.m. So it was a very quick turnaround, but we went out to Montana, to Bozeman. Dave was out there for a CEO group meeting and it was lovely. It was the wives were invited and it was full of yummy food, hiking. I did go on Flying Pigs Adventure, Saddle and Paddle, and they're out of Gardner, which is the northern gateway into Yellowstone Park, where I did about an hour horseback ride and
I
then
love it.
about an 8 mile whitewater raft. But this time of year, the water is waning because all the snow melt is over. So it was like class one, class two. But it was fun to float down the Yellowstone River and it's just cool out there. It was dry, a little bit of smoke from the Washington fires, so a lot of the views were obscured, but there's a lot of good food, steaks, excellent wines, hiking, outdoorsy stuff, and Bozeman is a really cool kind of bougie Western town, but
Yeah.
when I say bougie, it also has a university there, so there's like a student element too, so it's kind of young as well. So
Yeah.
I don't know, it was kind of I it's a cool vibe. I liked it. We did a rodeo one night, and we had done a rodeo back with the kids when they were little out in Utah. I think that was 2019. And man, I have never seen a rodeo until I went to the one in Bozeman. Like these kids were like they were nationally ranked, bull riders, bucking horses.
Wow.
It was incredible. It was really
Now,
cool to watch.
I know you and I have talked because I have never been to a rodeo, and it is definitely on my bucket list of things to do in life. So maybe one of the races that we still have to do out west, maybe we end up looking for one, or like when Jim and I are on our travels, as when we retire and do our escapades, out west. We can go and catch one, but definitely on my bucket list. I was a little jelly hearing about, like, not only was it a rodeo, but it was like a good rodeo.
Yeah, I didn't know that there were different levels of rodeo. I just thought rodeo's a rodeo. You go and you see the rodeos, but nope, nope, there were
Oh,
different levels. And this was like a legit rodeo. So that was
so so
really
what
cool.
so what you're telling me is, like, if I'm only going to go to one rodeo in my life, don't go to like a run-of-the-mill rodeo. Like, look for like a creme de la creme rodeo.
I think so. I mean, it's just a different vibe. I mean, like
Yeah.
we waited, we got in line to get into the place 30 minutes before the gates opened, and there was a long line to get in because it's general admission seating. And then it was a lot of really cool pageantry, watching everybody all dressed up in the hats and the boots. And, it's a cultural phenomenon. It for sure is something very different. I think it's very authentically American, especially American West. And oh, it's just kind of cool to observe. Yeah, it's cool. I highly
I love
recommend.
that.
Yeah, it should be a
I
good
love
one.
that. I love that. I love that. Well, I did not go out west. I was in survival mode last week, so with my house, the house escapades continued.
Last week, or you're
Yeah.
still in
Yeah,
survival
no, I'm
mode?
I'm still in survival mode, but last week we got home on Monday night, and then Tuesday I had the painters coming. So I had opted to bring in some painters. I'm usually, me, I'm usually the one painting, the house and stuff on the inside of it. But time just would not afford me that opportunity to go and do it. So I brought in some folks to go and paint, and they were here for 3 days. And when I tell you, they put
Wow.
a plastic condom around the entire inside of my house. Like, everything was shrouded in plastic. Like, our dog Kona, as she was walking across like the floor, she kept like, what is this? Like, she kept, like, like playing with the plastic. I was like, oh my God. And Jim was in and out of the house and stuff. So he did not experience, I think he experienced one night, with the painters. So it was a lot. So these guys finished on Thursday late, and I had to wait for everything to cure. So Friday, I put the house back together. I had to hang up pictures and move furniture back, and I put my china closet back together. Like, I underestimated how long that was going to take me to go and do. So I stayed home Friday night. I told you I'm watching the new Outlander. Well, I don't know how new it is because I think it came out like last year, but Blood of My Blood. I
Yeah, you did
absolutely
say that.
I'm absolutely loving it. So I watched 2 episodes Friday night. So I'm giving myself like time to relax a little bit. And then Saturday, I went down to our house in Maryland because my father-in-law is visiting from Wisconsin. So he is in his late 70s, and he drove out to our house in Maryland from Madison, Wisconsin. So he did it in 2 days, and I'm proud of him. He was like, I still want to show myself that I can do this, like,
Yeah.
so, and I get that.
Is
I
he
totally
still
get it.
there? Is
Oh
he
yeah,
still
he's
visiting?
he still is visiting, so he doesn't leave until Monday. Because
Aw.
he's getting some hip surgery done, in a week or so. So he's got to get back home and get ready for that. But yeah, it was a nice Saturday last week because Maddie and Matthew, so my daughter and son-in-law came down as well. And so oh my gosh, we went on the boat and then Matthew and I went grocery shopping and we bought it just food, like just an absolutely wonderful meal that we made. And it was just a really great conversation at the dinner table. And, it's just those moments that when you get the
Yeah.
family together, you have to appreciate those moments. Um,
Especially when it's like not your normal family that you're around all the time, but like the further away family and you get that good quality time together.
it's totally, I'm missing quality time tonight. They're all doing dinner under the stars in media. And because we had to record our podcast episode, I am missing dinner with them right
Oh,
now.
girl,
But
we could have squeezed this in earlier
uh,
today.
it's no, actually we couldn't just because of my work schedule. So yeah,
Oh,
so
damn.
it is what it is. So but yeah, and then Sunday I was super busy, more like a physical day, just got in a longer run, and then we did a long kayak ride, and then I washed my car, and then I did gardening because I did the 888. Have you ever heard this?
No.
All right, I had never heard it either, and I saw it online. I'm like, how have I been gardening for 55 years and I've never heard this before? So it's a gardening philosophy that on the 8th of August, so 8/8, you are to go and take your lavender plants and cut them back 8 inches. So that way then you're creating like, lavender bush mounds and you're basically preparing them to be more prolific the following spring for flowering.
Ah, this is why I've never heard of that.
Yes, yes. So I did the 888, but it was like 96 degrees outside on Saturday or Sunday, and yeah, I think I gave myself a little bit of like I didn't have a heat stroke, but I definitely had a little distress from the heat. So I threw the towel in after I went in the pool and stuff, and it just got a lot of stuff done, but man, I kicked my own ass big time. So that's
Yeah,
and
that
then
happens sometimes.
yep, and then I'm just kind of like we're finishing up our kitchen renovation, thank God, and I will put that in the rearview mirror. So for anybody who has never done a home renovation for a major like the kitchen, and you're sitting in your beautiful kitchen right now, and you guys did this back in during COVID of all times too. Um, you
Yeah,
know,
started it right before.
yeah, it's the heart of your home, and when you pull the heart out for a period of time, man, it messes it. No, it doesn't. It fucks you up.
Yeah, it's a disruption for sure.
It
Changes
is.
the whole way you eat because you become a forager as opposed to somebody who plans and executes meals.
That spot on, spot on. I all I'm dying for is like to put like real food in my refrigerator and cook a real meal for myself. So I'm looking forward to that. So
Good.
yeah, yep, yep,
You're
yep.
getting so close. You're almost there.
I know. It's all good. It's again first world issues, but these are the trials and tribulations that we all deal with on the day-to-day basis. So just again, I'm
So
really
true.
looking forward to putting this one in the rear view. So, but are we ready to
Yeah.
go and have our conversation with Marie?
Yeah, let's do it.
We're really excited because today's guest is someone whose running story is a powerful reminder that sometimes the finish line isn't the most important part of the race. It's the perseverance it takes to get us there. Marie Bartoletti has spent decades running, pacing, racing, and inspiring others. She has completed hundreds, yes, I have said hundreds of marathons, run ultras, including the Western States and Badwater, competed in Ironman events, and accomplished the incredible goal of running a marathon in all 50 states. And if that weren't enough, Marie was once featured on the Wheaties box after one of her students nominated her as an everyday hero. Too cool. But Marie's greatest athletic challenge came in 2015 when she suffered a massive stroke that dramatically affected her speech and physical abilities. At a time when simply getting back to normal would have been an enormous accomplishment, Marie set her sights on something much bigger, running again. She returned to marathon running and pacing, and she didn't just return, she kept going.
And it's keeping going.
Right. In the years since her stroke, Marie has completed hundreds more marathons, using her running not only to challenge herself, but to help countless other runners reach their own finish lines. She's written a book about that journey called Perseverance: How a Determined Athlete Tenaciously Overcame a Stroke. And that word really does seem to define her. Today, we're going to talk about what it means to lose something you once took for granted, the incredible mental strength required to rebuild, and why Marie believes that if you're willing to persevere, almost anything is possible. So, Marie, welcome to the Mile 20 podcast.
Thank you very much for your time.
Well, we're so happy to have you, Marie. So, can you maybe start by telling us how you started in running? Where did your running journey begin?
Um, my running journey started in Pittsburgh.
Were you young? Did you start as a young kid or did you?
No, I didn't like running at all. In high school, I hated running. My student said, "You want to do the 5K?" I don't know what that means. 6 mile. Oh, I can't do that. I do it. Wow, I liked it.
So you were in your 30s when you got started.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
wonderful. So
That's right.
what takes you from 5K to Badwater? I mean, that's a huge jump.
I know. Um, my 31 years old, I did a marathon and I liked it very much because I did it in 4 hours. I struggled and um I didn't have a drink and I passed I um I drew up at the end and I wasn't going to do it anymore. I did it.
Well, so you started persevering very, very
Yeah,
early in your
that's
running
right.
career.
Yeah, that's right.
So, Marie, when we met you at a marathon. And which marathon was
That
it,
was
Marie?
Myrtle
We
Beach.
met you at the
Myrtle
Myrtle
Beach.
Beach
hmm
Marathon.
hmm
And I have to say, you just have this bubble of joy and energy and excitement around you. And
Thank you.
it seemed like everybody around you knew you. And even when we saw you again at the Mad Marathon a couple of months later, just like a couple weeks ago, it was the
Yeah,
same thing where a lot of
yeah,
people know you on the course because
thank
of
you.
how many, I assume how many races you do, but
Yeah,
you
that's right.
you talk to people on the course. So
Yeah.
what makes you keep going right
Um,
now and doing
um,
all of these marathons? Because again, you're too happy being out there.
I know. I love pacing. I love pacing. Um, I don't like running. I love pacing very much.
So is it the fact that when you pace, you're running for others as opposed to
Yes,
solely
yes,
running for
yeah,
yourself?
yeah. I teach. I want to teach. Um, I used to teach 35 years. Um, 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 I started the Kids at Steel program 29 years ago. It's 10,000 people were doing it this year.
Wow.
That's
Oh,
incredible.
I know. I, 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 I'm happy because I started it and um, I'm lucky to do um have the ability to teach them.
So teaching is definitely a passion point of yours.
Yeah,
whether
right.
you're on or off the course, so to speak.
Yeah, that's right.
I
That's
love
right.
that. I love that.
Yeah.
And
Ladies, she's a born teacher and coach. And so that's why people love her everywhere she goes.
I agree. She's like a light on the marathon course, just like Laura said, like a bubble of joy. And we were so excited to see her at the Mad Marathon.
I'm going to pace Santa Rosa, California in 2 weeks. Oh,
oh, Santa Rosa.
You're incredible.
Wow.
727.
Is that what
727 runners,
No,
Oh, 727
700.
27 marathons. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
This week I'm doing 727 Great Wall Marathon and running. I'm not pacing. Next week, Santa Rosa. Yay! I'm big pacing. Oh wow.
that's fantastic. So,
I know everybody.
yes,
You do.
you absolutely do. Marie, can you take a moment so on the Mile 20 podcast, we named it Mile 20 because of the fact that at Mile 20 is where the race or the run gets real.
Yeah,
Things
that's
start to
right.
get
That's
hard.
right.
And sometimes there's a parallel also in life that we all have our Mile 20 moments.
Yeah,
And
that's right.
we know that you had a stroke in 2015, and that had to be an incredibly hard Mile 20
I
moment.
know. I know.
If you could take a moment and just tell us, like, how did you get through that and decide to continue running and
Um,
push through to get yourself back to where you are now?
Donna is my big teacher, and she got me to do perseverance, and I love her very much. Right now, that 50% off, 30% I don't speak 2 months after I cried. I didn't want to live.
Oh wow.
I know.
That had to be incredibly difficult.
2 months after I did Miami, I couldn't speak. I pasted
Wow.
Miami. 25 years. I did it January. I did it 25 years in a row, Miami, because Marcella and me pasted 5:30. I love that.
Wow.
I didn't speak anymore, and um, Little Rock, Arkansas, um, because I did had a interview. I said I love to pace. That's all I did.
Well, I love that you didn't choose to, just accept, what was in front of you. You pushed
Yeah,
through it, and you
yeah,
had
right.
that passion for pacing and for running, and really, again, going back to the energy that you bring on the course and just being with other people. Like, we appreciate you so much, because
Thank
I know
you.
that, when we're in races, I mean, Lori and I are really slow, right? We're in the way back of the marathons, but we know that, when we see fellow runners who rely on pacers to finish their races, you play
Yeah,
such an incredible role for them in their journey through that race.
I did Denver, Colorado. I was last person, and I was first place in my age. 96 degrees.
Oh, 96 degrees.
I know.
That's too warm, but
My birthday last week, and my brother was there, and he cheered me on.
oh, I love that.
That was wonderful.
I love that. And happy belated birthday.
Okay, thank you. 69.
Oh, I love it.
I did
69.
370 marathons since the stroke.
Wow.
That
That is amazing.
that
10
is
years.
very much amazing. I can't even imagine. But perseverance is a very big word for you, right?
Yes, that's right.
So it must
That's right.
so that perseverance, was that in you before the stroke, or did you
Yes,
seem to tap into
yes.
it and find more of it after?
Um, before.
It was there before, ladies. It was there before. I mean, she, for example, when her kids were smaller, did a home thing, Christmas around the world, and she didn't just do it. She was the top person in the country. So it's part of who she is. If she's going to do something, she's going to do it 200%.
Oh
Thank
my
you
goodness.
very much.
And we should also introduce Marie's friend of 40 years, Susan, who's on the phone with us as well. So when you're hearing the extra voice, that is Susan. Thank you for coming, Susan.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm happy to be here.
So Marie, what inspired you to write a book? Because writing a book is not an easy task. And how long did it take you to write?
1 year.
Wow.
My daughter helped me write the book 1 year. Mhm. I donated the um
Proceeds.
proceeds from stroke association.
Oh, wow.
Mhm.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So what would you say for those who might be interested in your book? Like what lessons do you want to teach people from what you have learned?
Um. Uh.
You know what, lady? She's thinking about or how to say it, but I think more than anything, her perseverance through any obstacles is part of, I mean, she does not know the meaning of quit. You know what I mean? Like, she had the stroke and it set her back briefly, but she wasn't going to let that define her.
That's right.
I think Marie, the lesson that I'm learning from Marie, and I think she's so incredibly inspiring, which is why we wanted to talk to you today, is just the example of strength and the resilience, let alone the perseverance, to be challenged with something and to have something that you adore and something you're passionate about be threatened, and deciding to find a way to work around to continue to do the thing that you love. And I think a lot of people are so quick to succumb to the challenges that are faced before them, but it's important that in that mile 20 moment that you learn to persevere and you learn to push through, and that you really can achieve more than you ever thought you possibly could. And I think Marie is a perfect example of that.
Thank you very much for. I love you.
Well,
I do. I do.
Marie, you
You
make
said
it
it
so
very
easy to
well.
love you, you know?
Wait, and just to for our listeners, when we met Marie in Myrtle Beach, she was running and having a conversation with us, and she started sharing with us that, she was on the Wheaties box. So she rips out her phone and she's trying to find the picture as she's running
Yeah.
of her on the Wheaties box. So we continue the conversation. And then later on, one of the gentlemen that was running with you, he ran back to us and said, "Hey, Marie wants you to come to the piano bar tonight. Like, we're gonna have some fun listening to music." So Lori and I actually came and we saw you at the piano bar. But you're just very 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 inclusive, and we absolutely loved that about you.
I'm doing Missouri. I did Missouri
Mizuna?
Missouri
Oh, Missoula.
marathon
Okay.
in June, and I got Steve Hibbs. I talked to him about Antarctica.
Oh my gosh. She's going to Antarctica
January.
in January, ladies.
Is she running the Antarctic Marathon?
Yes, yes. And she's excited about it. I mean, yeah.
Wow, that is phenomenal. Is this
Wow.
the first
Only
time?
place I haven't ever been.
Oh, that's incredible, Marie.
That's so exciting. Well, good luck with that. That sounds like that will be
Thank you.
amazing. But quick question. Like of the marathons and the races that you have run, which have been very extensive, can you tell us maybe what your top couple of favorites were? The races that really have stood out to you?
Oh, my David is my son. San Diego is my favorite marathon. My son.
Did David run with you?
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
18 years old. San Diego. I paced him, and I love it. First time I do it, and I loved it.
Oh,
Oh,
wow. Wow.
I love that.
They is 41 years old. He was 18 years old.
oh, that is absolutely beautiful. And we appreciate that too, because our daughters have run marathons with us as well.
Oh,
That's great.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So it is a very, very special thing when you pass down this passion to your children.
That's right. Wow.
So Marie, we so appreciate your time, and again, we absolutely loved connecting with you.
Thank you.
Both on the course and off the course. You continue to be an inspiration. We expect to see you in some of our upcoming races, or at least like one or two of
Where,
them.
where
So
are you going to be next?
Berlin,
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
And
Oh
then
my.
in December, well, then we're taking October off, but then in November we always do Philadelphia. And then in December we're going to do Rocket City in Alabama.
Are you doing that one?
No, I have every weekend.
Oh wow. Wow. Oh,
You are the true definition of a marathon maniac, Marie.
Total
I
marathon
know.
maniac.
I know.
oh, that's great. Marathon maniac. That is good.
Yes, I love it. I love it. Well, Marie,
I
thank you
do.
so much for sharing
Okay.
your story with us. We greatly
you.
appreciate you, and you totally are the definition of, what it takes to get past a mile 20 moment and keep
Okay.
running those miles.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you, Marie. It's been a pleasure
Okay.
to talk to you. And for those that are listening out there, if you're interested in knowing more about Marie's story and what it is to push through, she does have a book out there titled Perseverance. Is it on Amazon, Marie?
Yeah. Yeah. One or two left.
Okay.
Okay,
One or two. Okay.
fantastic.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Marie. Have a good
Okay.
day.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. So talking with Marie was amazing. I'm so glad we
Oh,
got a chance to catch up with her. And it was so sweet of Susan to join and be able to kind of help out with some of the communication with Marie.
I totally agree. Just I absolutely loved Marie's answer when you asked her like what was one of her most memorable races. And we get asked this question all the time, Lori, right? Like, what's your favorite race? And we've only run like 75 races, right? She's over 700 races. And for her to choose a race where she paced her son in a race like that had to be absolutely an incredible experience for her as well as her son, for her to go and say
Yeah.
that that was her favorite race. And I love that. And I think it encapsulates like who Marie is as a person. Again, I know we said it a lot during the interview, but man, she is a ray of light. And when we saw her at the Mad Marathon, she was like, oh, like she remembered us and stuff. And it was just like, this is so cool. I mean, and again, she's doing this like almost every weekend.
I know.
So
And she must have like a just a range, like a traveling fan club of people that follow her around because of the energy that she gives off. It's just amazing.
no,
I feel like we're very blessed to have been able to talk with her. I know it was a little difficult for her, but we really do appreciate the fact that she took the opportunity to come on and try and make it work.
I totally agree. And look, the whole reason why, well, one of the reasons why we do the podcast, right? And we talk about mile 20 moments is that, you know, and you said it earlier, like we all have different stories, right? Along the course and, the course of life as well. And, if you can find that one person who kind of inspires you to maybe do something differently, approach something differently, make a different decision about something, right? That's what this is about. It's about us helping to find people to connect to our listeners and as well as ourselves, right? Because like we connected with Marie and like even after we like we interviewed her, I'm just like, man, I don't think I can complain about like going on a run, like it's
Right.
just it
Well,
keeps you really grounded.
I think part of the message of things that we like to touch base on is to inspire people. Like, you don't have to go out there and run a marathon,
No,
but you should be out there moving and trying to challenge your body and to stay in shape just to improve your quality of life. I mean, if you are set in, it's like we always say, you use it or you lose it. And the
right.
older you get, the harder it gets to stay motivated. But when you talk to somebody like Marie, who's had so much adversity and the things that she's overcome, just like an average person, just walk, just start walking, just start moving. It's okay to be for it to be your first day at the gym. Everybody's had a first day at the gym, including the
Yeah.
fittest person, most buffest person on the planet did not look like that when they got started. No matter what, it's better to start and feel like out of place maybe for a little bit, but what you may find is that you find your place in the process. So you should take Marie's story and apply it as a motivation to know that you can do more than you think you're capable of. And just get out there and move. That's just the message all the time. Move.
I love it. I love it. No, that is completely spot on. So, and again, we
Yeah.
greatly appreciate Marie and Susan.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
All right.
so
Yes.
next week we will be kind of back on our narrative storyline about our 50 states journey.
Our
Laura
first
and
50
I
state journey.
Our first 50 states journey. Yes, we are not running anything new because our next marathon is September 27th in Berlin, in which we will then have a plethora of things to talk about from travel in Berlin to travel down to Oktoberfest in Munich, plus the Berlin Marathon experience and our experience working through marathon tours, which is how we got into the Berlin Marathon. So we are next week, since we are starting on back on our timeline of our first 50 states journey, we will be discussing the Garmin Olathe Marathon in Kansas. This was our Kansas race. Um, Very much a mixed bag with that one, but you'll have to listen next week to get the full story on that. We want to thank everybody for listening to us. We appreciate all of the follows and love connecting with people on social media. So take a look at us on Instagram. Please follow Facebook at Mile 20 Podcast. And if you care to see our lovely faces, I don't think you'll see us this week, but we are also on YouTube. And go make Mile 20 your bitch.
Peace out.